science lab in STEM award. These are my teammates يحيى العزيز, يوسف أحمد, ياسين أحمد, and حازم محمد, and me Omar. Today we are going to do an experiment about the perfect inelastic collision. The momentum, however, is conserved, and we are going to work with the equation of the mass of the first body times its velocity plus the mass of the second body times its velocity. And this is going to be equal the sum of the masses of the two bodies times the common velocity. This law describes the conservation of the momentum. And we are going to discuss the parts of the experiment by Yusuf.
Our equipments to perform this experiment are motion track, 2 cars, 2 5-button picket fence, 2 end stoppers, and 2 photo gates. The photo case consists of 2 parts, head and bracket. The photo gate connects with the interface. The interface also connects with the laptop, which Basco capstone open in it. Now, Hazim will prepare the setting for the experiment.
First, we will click on hardware setup and then go to the first port and click and choose picket fence. And we will go to the second port, click and again choose picket fence. We will click on the properties for the first picket fence and we will adjust the flag spacing to 0.02 meters. And do the same with the other picket fence. We'll change the flag spacing to 0.02 meters. And then we click on hardware to remove the tag and we will choose the 2 displays here. We make the 2 graphs the same size and we go to the first one, choose graph, and the second one also choose graph. We will click on select measurement and choose speed channel 1 and go to the second one and select measurement and choose speed channel 2.
Now we will apply the experiment. First of all, we will push the first car to pass through the first photo gate, and we will push the second one to collide with it, and we will measure the momentum before and after the collision. And now is the first try. Record. Add 250 grams to each car. Now with the second trial. Record. Add another 250 grams to the blue car. Now with the third and the last trial. Record. And now with the calculations with Yahya.
We are going to find the velocities of each car. The blue car moves with initial velocity 0.42 and the red one moves with initial velocity 1.14. The velocities of each of them after collision is 0.75. Now we will move to a second trial. The velocity of blue car before collision is 0.30 and the red one before collision is 0.52. The velocity of them after collision is 0.51. Now we will move to third trial. The velocity of blue car is 0.32 and the initial velocity of red car is 1.13 and the velocity of cars after collision is 0.64. Now we are going to find the momentum before collision and after collision and the percentage of error. This is the data analysis of conservation of perfect inelastic collision. We have 3 trials and we'll talk about first trial. We have the mass of first car blue one and mass of second car red one and total of masses after collision. We have the velocity of blue car first one which is 0.42 and the velocity of red one which is 1.14. Velocity of cars after collision is 0.75. We use the law of conservation of perfect inelastic collision, which is m1 times v1 plus m2 times v2 equals v final times total of masses. To get the momentum before collision, we used the left hand side of the law. We get the momentum before collision, which is 418.08 gram/meter per second. Using the right side of law, we get the momentum after collision, which is equal 402 gram/meter per second. To get percentage of error, using the law of total momentum after collision minus total momentum before collision over total momentum after collision times 100%. So we find 402 minus 418.08 over 402 times 100%. The error was 3.8%. Repeat the same steps for trials 2 and 3. The percentage of error of trial 2 equals 2.9%, and the percentage of error of third trial is about 1%. And now we prove the conservation of perfect inelastic collision.
Finally, this is the end of our video. Hope you have benefited from it, and goodbye.